Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Tap back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Jets potentially signing arguably the GOAT, Tom Brady. This is something, if you would have said I'd be talking about, or anybody would be talking about a couple weeks ago, I would have said you're absolutely nuts, or not even a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago for that matter. After all the hype for Aaron Rodgers and everything was going to be so great this season, I thought he was going to have an MVP-like season. I didn't think it was going to be even in the conversation for MVP, but I thought you were going to see a way better season from Aaron Rodgers, and you didn't even get to see him complete a pass. You got to see him throw a pass. It was an incomplete pass, and you got to see him and the Jets have a 25-yard play while he was out there, but you didn't see him get to complete a pass. You saw him get sacked on a play by Leonard Floyd, and that would be the season for Aaron Rodgers and possibly the career of Aaron Rodgers. That's really tough to see, though. It's not official that Aaron Rodgers is out for the year, but it's an Achilles injury. An Achilles injury is never good, and the Robert Saleh did say in his Jets post-game interview that it's not good, and to please pray for Aaron Rodgers, and that does not sound good to me, and it's an Achilles tendon injury, and they fear that Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, and if he did, that is definitely, it doesn't matter how old you are, or, it doesn't matter how old you are, if you tear your Achilles, you're done for the season. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you tore your Achilles in training camp, or, in early summer, you're going to be out the whole regular season. But for Rodgers, being older, being 39 years old, I think that this could be the end of Aaron Rodgers, but I hope not. I hope we see him again. But look at the Jets. Look at all the money they spent. They spent all that money to, they spent the draft picks and, the money to pay Rodgers as well. But they spent additional money to make this team better. They signed so many players. They signed Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. They gave extensions to the player. They gave an extension to Quinnen Williams. They picked up other players. They spent all this money and all these draft picks to make this team better. And with the schedule they have, do you really trust Zach Wilson? I know, would you rather trust Zach Wilson, early 20s, number 2 overall draft pick in the 2021 NFL draft, who was terrible last year, but the way this kid feels, it feels different than it has felt in years past with Zach Wilson. It felt like Aaron Rodgers really made a difference for Zach Wilson with his demeanor to go out there and play football. He looked good tonight. He led this Jets team to a win without Aaron Rodgers against the Buffalo Bills. I think the defense was the big factor of this win for the Jets today, but Zach Wilson was really solid, throwing for 140 passing yards, going 14 for 21 with one touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson in this game. Zach Wilson showed some good things in this game for the New York Jets. Even ran the ball a couple times, 4 times today for the Jets for, I think, 10 yards. So Zach Wilson looked good. But, if the Jets, with the defense they have and the improved offense, definitely have an improved offense. Garrett, another guy I forgot that they brought in, McCole Hardman, another guy they signed. With a good wide receiver core of McCole Hardman, also having other guys like Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. I bet it's going to suck for Randall Cobb to continue the season without his buddy Aaron Rodgers. A good tight end group of C.J. Umuza and Tyler Conklin. And then not only that, but a great running back group. Spent the money to bring in Dalvin Cook. That's another guy they paid a lot of money. And also Breece Hall, great running back group. Not the best O-line, but okay offensive line. And also the defense, which is their strong suit, is that defense. Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams are the stars of that defense. Jordan Whitehead, safety, had 3 interceptions today. They have a lot of other good players on their defense. I think this team is too good to settle for a 5-6 win season. Because honestly, that's what I probably see this Jets team getting if they stick with Zach Wilson. Looking at their schedule, here are some games I would see them winning. If Zach Wilson was a starter, I think they could beat the Patriots in Week 3. You could beat the Broncos in Week 5. You could beat the Giants but that is it. Well, that you're in your stadium, but it's a home game for the Giants. There'll be equal fans there. You could beat the Giants. I think that's a winnable game. So that's 3. You could beat the Raiders, of course. That's 4. I think you could beat the Falcons and the Texans. That's 6. I think the same thing goes for the Commanders. So that's about 6 wins. Another 6 wins, maybe 5. So I think this Jets team, you could maybe see them getting 6 to 8 wins if they stick with Zach Wilson, compared if you add in Tom Brady, the best player of all time, arguably, or definitely the best quarterback of all time. If you add in Tom Brady, I could see this team getting maybe 9 to 10 wins this season, honestly, which I don't know if would be maybe 11. Who knows? It just depends on how ready Tom Brady is if he comes to New York. But there's a couple things that are point to me in potentially with Tom Brady coming back. He was at the New England Patriots-Eagles game, and he was getting interviewed by Tracy Wilson, or I think that's her name. It's Tracy something, the CBS sideline reporter that is the sideline reporter when Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are calling the games on CBS, and she interviewed Tom Brady after his ceremony at halftime for the Patriots-Eagles game, and Tom Brady said that he's not at all in football shape, and he's happy right now with non-football life. He likes this new chapter in his life, and he likes being retired. And he's said that so many times, and he said it again. He's now officially going in the Patriots Hall of Fame June 12th, 2024. They did that because 6-12, 6 Super Bowl rings for number 12. Now, he does have 7, but they're only thinking about the 6 that he had in New England. I don't think they really care about the one he got in Tampa down there in New England. I'm just wondering, how would New England fans feel if Tom Brady came out of retirement after Sunday, feeling so hyped for him, bringing him back after that cool ceremony, and then he leaves to face them twice a year against their division rival? They would see Tom Brady in week 3, even if he came back that early, if Tom Brady came back. But I think if Tom Brady's coming back to the NFL and it's coming back to the Jets, I think you have to pay him a lot of money to come back, because it feels like he's pretty happy right now. He's getting in new business deals to, I think I saw something about him partnering with some airline, and he's done some other, I think it was Delta Airlines. He's been doing a bunch of other stuff. He's a partner ownership in the Raiders, and I don't know the rules, but if Brady's a part owner for the Raiders, I'm pretty sure he can't play for the New York Jets, and especially playing the Las Vegas Raiders in November, on November 12th. I'm not sure what week that is, but I'm pretty sure an owner cannot play against their own team. So, another thing is, if Tom Brady is going to come out of retirement to play for the New York Jets, I would think he'd have to get out of the ownership deal with the Raiders, which I don't think that's official yet. But is Tom Brady, is he willing enough to come out of retirement to back down to being a part owner for the Raiders? Because I'm pretty sure that an owner cannot for another team cannot play for another team. I think an owner for he could stay the owner, a part owner for the Raiders, and play for the Raiders. It would be weird, but it could happen. But he cannot be an owner for one team in Las Vegas and be a player for another in the New York Jets. So if he wants to come back and play for the New York Jets, no part ownership for the Las Vegas Raiders, which I don't know if that's something he wants to do. But I'm sure the Jets can surely use bringing in Tom Brady. He was someone they were interested in bringing in before, with Aaron Rodgers looking like he's going to miss the rest of the season. But do the Jets trust Zach Wilson? Do they bring somebody else in? Something I saw today, and here's one guy that I could potentially see maybe getting a call from the New York Jets. I just want to throw this guy's name out there. And Tom Brady knows him pretty well, because Tom Brady did beat him in the Super Bowl. So I was watching some YouTube reels, and there was this clip from the Vikings-Buccaneers game, and guess who was on the call? 2 other guys, and former Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan. It was a pretty funny clip. If you don't know, the Vikings lost to the Buccaneers 20-17 Sunday, and Kirk Cousins had so many turnovers, and the play-by-play announcer it was like 3-0 at the time, and play-by-play announcer in the game said, with all the turnovers, I think it was 7-3 at the time, and the Vikings had 3 turnovers, which they probably should have scored touchdowns on those drives. And the play-by-play announcer says right in front of Matt Ryan and looks at him before he says it, says, with some of the turnovers the Vikings have had today, the Vikings should be up 28-3. Says that to Matt Ryan, who Tom Brady came back from down 28-3 in the Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 51, which was in Houston, Texas, in Super Bowl 51, to come back and beat Matt Ryan. But Matt Ryan is not officially retired. Yes, he is working for CBS, but Matt Ryan is not officially retired and will come back to play for anybody who calls him. So, do the Jets, if what's going on with Zach Wilson, if you're not liking what you're getting from him, do you give a call to Matt Ryan? I think that's another guy. If Tom Brady says no, which I do believe Tom Brady would not come out of retirement, especially which could ruin some of the deals he's working on right now, especially the Raiders ownership. I don't think Brady would come out of retirement. Not only will it ruin his ownership deal with the Raiders, but I think Patriots fans would be upset with him again. You imagine after all that, and then he comes back to the NFL and plays for their division rival. So I don't know. I think it would be pretty bad for Tom Brady. It would be good it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be good. But I know he was really excited about that Raiders ownership, and I really don't think Tom Brady will come out of retirement. I know that people love the meme, Tom Brady's come out of retirement. They do it with the Raiders as well. I don't think it's happening, but like I said, keep an eye on Matt Ryan, who's currently working on CBS in the booth. But I wouldn't be surprised if potentially you see Matt Ryan stop working for CBS in the booth and come back to play with the New York Jets if Zach Wilson is not productive for the New York Jets. But, honestly, I don't know how good the Jets do, but I think Zach Wilson might surprise some people. But, yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.